Before we start this podcast, we'd like to announce our retirement effective immediately from NRL Fantasy. It's been a great run, boys. But after the round one scores, it's time to give it up.
Yeah, mate. Follow All Out Club for Premier League fantasy advice. I got my Spurs jersey on today. We've moved. We're done.
NBA still around?
Oh, yeah. Look, it was shocking, boys. An absolutely horrific round. Not only just on the fantasy scene, but also on the NRL scene. Some absolutely horrible games of football.
You always forgot that we actually went to Vegas for the first two games because,
how irrelevant.
It was just completely turned over by the absolute dross of which was NRL Fantasy this week. And look, I'm looking at my individual team, and across the board, it's just generational shit. And
generationally mid-cord. Just absolutely shocking.
It's quite literally all you could say. Piakura, 0. Chan, 26. One of the great boosts for Jackie Chan.
Yeah. What a Chan.
One of the great boosts for Jackie Chan. But 26, Keeney, 18, and now has the bye. Hughes, 25. Strange, 21. Levi, 31 with a try. Don't even get me started with that performance.
Daddy Levi, what a player.
Salmon, 29. Got moved to the centers.
Yeah, he got done dirty.
And look, everywhere else.
There's Billy Army for feeder.
Yeah.
Quickly, if we just go through quickly, blue helmet, didn't pass the ball to Ponga, 35 points, disaster.
Blue helmet was rubbish.
RTS, just Sean Johnson just got kicked friendly and just decided to kick every time and not pass RTS the ball.
We got deceived. He said that he's going to have a roaming role essentially, and he didn't roam once. So
yeah, no,
we've been deceived there.
And then I think Cotter could have gone a bit better, but that was just because of the scoreline, I think. Yeah. So, look, horrible round. But guess what, boys? We move. We move on to round 2. And guess what? The teams have just dropped, baby.
They have just dropped. Baby. And we're bringing the news straight to all the fantasy advocates out there. And let's start, boys, with the Broncos Rabbitohs on the Thursday night. Piakura has been named after failing his HAA last week in Vegas. Not much else to report for the Bronx. Willison still not around for that 17 jersey. For the Rabbits, though, Jai Arrow is dead, which means Tallis Duncan comes into the side at second row. Do we see him a downgrade option, boys, or wait and see for this week?
Wait and see. That's all I got.
Yeah, look, it's something to definitely monitor Tallis Duncan there with. I definitely probably for this week, I'd say wait and see, just because with Jai Arrow, he's got to go and see the specialist. So it could be anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks he's out, or it could be like 4 months, which would be the season.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'd just wait 1 week and see how Duncan goes and what's his minutes this week.
Not too much else to report for those games. The Sharkies, look, Nico Hines last week played one of the worst games for 6 Dally M points I've ever seen. It was legit shocking. I don't know how in that system he could possibly get 6 points.
Yeah.
It's bizarre, but that's a conversation for another time. Fantasy-wise, fellas, I'm looking through this team, and I believe it is unchanged. And I guess the talking point from round 1, and Mick to our right here, he said, don't buy Cam McInnes. 40 minutes
Poor
as
guy,
captain.
Man.
Just truly outrageous from Fitzo in the box. I just don't get it.
That's probably the least amount of minutes he's ever got, being fully fit.
Yeah.
That is diabolical. I feel sorry for anyone who bought him because he looked appealing. Should have gone Tohu Harris instead, boys.
Well, we did say Tohu on the pod, so it pays to listen. But 40 points in 40 minutes, he's obviously a gun when he gets the
minutes. When he gets the minutes.
Just
points per minute player.
Just
hopefully
bring him to Redcliffe. Play him 80 minutes. Also. Yeah, Mick just live Adam Elliott. For the Doggies, also unchanged. All-out team went Carraz, which, look, if 35, we'll sort of take that, I guess, with a round of shittery. So, Drew Hutchinson, what did he get, fellas? Completely forgot about him.
I'm pretty sure he got somewhere in the 30s.
34 he got.
Yeah.
Pretty much expected score from him.
So those that got Flanagan, it's all about the small wins. He got 36. So small wins there.
What about quickly, I think just off podcast, Bentley was mentioning about his boy Blake Taff. A solid performance there from Taff at the back.
We were very high on Blake Taff in preseason.
He got his hands on the ball.
The best fullback in the game.
Got a lot of hate for that one, Cordless. He said he was one of the best fullbacks in the game. Just cap, really. But he actually did play pretty well at fullback.
He was a lot better than that last trial, which I think could have scared some owners off.
Yeah.
But, good on Taffy.
Joshy Curran got 50 minutes or 60 minutes off the bench, scored 50. So those who still want him, good on you.
Tracy's
Tracy,
coming. Yeah,
yes.
Tracy's come in. Big Connor Tracy's come in. I don't think he's been named on the wing, but I don't think he'll stay there. I think you'll see Karaz shift out to the wing and Tracy go to the centres, but it could stay like
see.
that. And poor old Sherry still not in the team, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, there for Sherry. Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
pronunciation. Panthers Eels, not much really to note fantasy wise. Cleary had a shocker for his standards.
Moses had a
51.
shocker. Oh.
Moses
Just
also
quickly,
had a
Cord,
shocker.
quickly. Look, Cleary, he normally gets the full-time oranges, lovely boosts after the game. Like, that's what we were used to in, previous years. But in 2K24,
He's
oh
paying
my
his
word,
debts.
he's going in reverse. It's going the other way.
Hey, as Mick would say all the time, it's the misso. He's lost the dog.
Yeah, lost the dog. Yeah,
Lost the dog.
bloody Mary Fowler. Yeah, but far out, 51 points. He got downgraded to. That
Yeah,
was
it's shocking.
Kind of fair though. I don't think he did that much anyway.
he
just
didn't,
from the
no.
eyes, but
Now,
and you look at Hines as well. It was a pretty similar score.
what was he at before that? Like 70 odd.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was
65,
high
something like that.
60s.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow, what a downgrade.
Well, this is a very interesting game. Raiders West Tigers. If you went all the Raiders players last week, your Fogarty, Strangers,
Me.
Smithies, Rapanas, you'd be pretty happy. And if you went Seb Chris to start the year, you'd be fuming because he's playing in the centres, and my Jordan Rapana has kept the fullback spot, which is great news for those owners.
It's good from Sticky to just keep, that winning recipe.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't change Rapana out of there when they won last week. And what a win it was for the Green Machine last week.
Smithy's very impressive.
Oh,
I think he could've
Smithy.
played 80.
Look,
Honestly.
he could have played 80. Obviously, oh man, the HIAs, that was like the story of the round. So many of our mid-ranges or cheapies or whatever just got, minute either ruled out or played less minutes due to getting a concussion. Like Lukey got a concussion. So Smithies, like so many, had to go off for HIAs, which obviously affected their minutes. But yeah, Smithies, wow, the man can tackle.
He is a great tackler, but wow, he is such a bus. He moves so slow.
He's
Big
a ball
fridge.
player, mate. He's a ball player.
Yeah, look, if he could just run it a little bit more, I'd like to see him run it a bit more. Passes a bit too much for mine, but it's still good to see someone like that because you can obviously leads to line break assists and whatnot.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
yes, Mick.
Well, there you
Ooh,
go.
there
He
you
just
go.
said if you're a Seb Chris owner, he averages 6 more at centre than he does at fullback. So take that as you will. Now,
Thanks,
the big
Mick.
news, boys, out of the Tigers camp.
Tiger
out of round
Town.
one. For those that went Lachlan Galvin in the first week there, you are cheering. He's got the starting spot. And Door Off Podcast made an interesting point. Aiden Caesar is
It's
the
the 14.
14, which means Apisai Coruscant
Could play
get to
80.
the 80 minutes.
Mm.
What are we thinking there, boys?
Oh, look, yeah. For me, Lachlan Galvin, if you started with him last week like we did, we sort of used him as an AE option and obviously heard some reports about him getting the starting spot. If you got him then, he's in your team already, I'd be definitely keeping him there, obviously. But if you don't have him, I'm just a bit worried about with Caesar on the bench there in terms of bringing him in.
You can absolutely wait a week.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and obviously a team we'll touch on later. A player has been is not playing this week. That was a popular cheapie that you can use for your loops and whatnot for this week.
Yeah, agreed.
Can I just say as well? Do we think the Tigers are gonna go anywhere above the 9th place that they're sitting at right now after that bye round, or do we think it's just down from here for the Tigers?
Oh, it's all downhill.
It's all downhill.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah,
the
enjoy it
Tigers.
while it
That's the
lasts.
closest you'll get to the top 8.
But 608 for Appy. It's definitely something to 608k.
it's
608k.
Happy Coruscant, according to Mick, our stats guy, averaged 53 playing hooker last year. So
that's going to see with a break even of 44. It's going to
And-
see some boost, and he's going to get the goal kicking
exactly
as well.
right, Dog, exactly right. Very interesting option.
Do we see the Tigers scoring that many tries though?
Yeah, I can see it.
Potentially.
Yeah.
They definitely improved their side all
I can
round.
see
So
scoring tries, but they're not going to make the top 8.
yeah, no.
Uh,
Hopefully they have a better year because the NRL is a better league with the Tigers doing well.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's Staines' year this year as well.
Oh, the Forbes Ferrari.
Cowboys, Knights, no real changes here. Ponga let us down a little bit. Kai Pearce-Paul's got the
No,
second
blue
row.
helmet let us
Yeah,
down.
blue helmet let us down. Kai Pearce-Paul's got the second row job. Not really looking to get him into our teams just yet. And for the Cows, Lukey, 48 with a try. We'll take it.
And the HIA as well.
HIA as well. Cotter, it was all right.
He got 41,
all
yeah.
right.
He would have played. I think he would have come on again for another stint just at the back end there.
Yeah.
But obviously, and that like Lolo only played 20 minutes. I think that Peyton said in his presser that he was basically just, there was no need to bring them out, like to,
Yeah, just
risk him, yeah. So it gave McIntyre and those guys and Neem a few more minutes. than
Scotty
they normally would
Drinkwater
get.
got a little 44 despite,
44
Not
pieces.
really
pretty
doing
quiet.
that
Really did
much,
nothing,
yeah.
eh?
yeah.
I think he had 4 offloads or something,
Yeah,
so
he
that
just offloads
definitely
the
helped.
big
Yeah,
ground, so
Cowboys did look good in offense as well. So like those fantasy players like Lukey, definitely one to look at with this soft start to the year
Yep.
if you don't have them yet.
Typical Cowboys draw. Anyway, Storm Warriors. No real changes here. Pappenhausen let us down, but I could almost predict that really. Versus
It was a great. Look, it wasn't a great game, but defensively, it was from both sides was
Good
really
game.
strong, especially from the Storm. Look, yeah, Pappenhausen didn't do really that much, so
our
look-
man Joe Chan gets another run.
yes,
Elite player. What a player he is.
Yep.
Joey, just me to you right here. I need to see you do at least more than one good run. I saw one good run in your whole 80 minutes.
I think he was on one tackle after 10 minutes. How could you possibly make one tackle after 10 minutes?
Well, I don't. I
Good
have
debut.
to. I'll have to check what it was post game or like after all the boosts and whatnot. But he had at some stage, I think he had like 20 tackles and he had like 10 missed. Oh, there you go. So he ended up only getting 4 missed. So someone was just tweaking.
Moving to the Waz boys, and look, RTS, we touched on him, not in the roaming role.
Give him some
and
rock, SJ. Stop kicking
yeah,
it.
Give him
Jesus.
some rock. My pod, Tohu Harris, 2%. It pays to listen, boys. Like I said, absolute buy here.
What a special performance from Big Tofu. Special.
And there's not really much else to touch on for the Waz. Moving on to the Eagles and Roosters. For the Roosters first, Wong and Tupanua both named to play. They're just holds.
Yeah,
at the
definitely
moment, I'd say.
holds. It's good that they actually didn't. Well, they didn't even say anything with Tupanua. Said he was going for scans, like wasn't bad, but then didn't say anything. So everyone's like messaging in the DMs. Oh, what's to go with Tupanua? Oh well, yeah, got nothing.
What do you guys think about Wong? You holding?
Yeah, he was fine. I thought Wong was
You
fine.
happy with his minutes and his output?
Yeah, well, you
fine with
consider he
Wong.
went off injured as well. I thought he was pretty good considering like the output that he got in the minutes he played. So,
Mm-hmm. Certain hold.
but
for me.
May, boys.
Well, May was elite.
Wow.
You really can't do much about him other than
Get him
buy
in.
him, I guess.
Yeah.
And with
18 break even. And if he gets 50, I think he goes up 35k. Break even will go down again. So absolute.
I think
buy
you've
from
got it.
there.
If you want to get May, I think you got to get him now. If
Yeah,
you
agreed.
can't,
Now or
you
never.
can't wait any longer. It's got to happen now.
And for Manly, there's not really much else to report on there.
No, apart from
Manly?
Jason Saab Motors. He's out for I think 6 weeks. So what a player he is! A fantasy stud. Tommy Tallow.
Saab Motors.
What a player!
wow,
Oh,
trap of the century.
what a special talent.
Tommy T, are we looking to get him in anytime soon? He looked like he had such a good game as well.
Yeah, he did play well. And I think at the price he is at the moment, he's definitely a buy as well. So, yeah.
Mixed
Who
by
was this? Sorry.
Tommy
Oh,
Trebojevic.
Tommy Turbo. Yeah, very special. No, Tommy
Yeah,
Turbo.
not the other Tommy T boys. Tommy Trebojevic.
And the last game of the round, boys, Dolphins Drags. A lot of changes for the Dolphins. Sauce is out, which means Katoa comes in. Avarillo, Tessie New's been dropped, which is awful for me.
Chords
he
in
picked him up.
mourning.
I'm in mourning,
I
absolutely.
just had a serious chat with him about the amount of experience he's had, and he's bought Tessie New. With the amount of experience he has buying such a bum at 430k, oh man.
Sorry, man. Sorry. Anyway, Ewan Aiken's got the
Aiken.
second row position, which means, look, I probably wouldn't get him in door. You can touch on this because they have the bye next round. And then,
Yeah, by next round. Lemalulu is out, I think, 4 weeks, so he's only going to play 3 weeks. Priced, I'm pretty sure, 500 odd K. I don't think that it's definitely worth bringing in someone that price, 549K, for just
Yeah.
only a couple of week rental. Unless we know he's going to be playing every week and his scores are going really well when Lemalulu comes back, I think for now, just avoid.
yeah, simply avoid. I agree. And for the Drags, no changes at all. They were
Apart
quite
from
impressive.
for feeder.
Yeah,
Fafita's
Fafita.
been moved to 18th man, and Luciano Leilua's back. So, as we were touching on earlier in the pod, that was the player that I was referring to. Use Fafita as a that player for loop if required.
Yep.
Boys, quickly, just how it's just been spectacular, hasn't it? Just the support that we've received the last,
it's been outstanding.
the last few
It's
weeks.
been outstanding.
We really do appreciate it, but please make sure to like, follow, subscribe. All our pages are on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So make sure if you haven't done so already to, give us a follow. And then also if you want one of these hats that Cord and I are wearing, these lovely
so
all-out
sexy.
club caps, make sure that you go onto the link as well in the bio and buy one of these bad boys.
Yeah, well said, Dor. Well said.
And also, every Tuesday when we're filming this potty, we actually answer all your specific questions on our Instagram stories. So around that 3 to 5 p.m., just have a look at our Instagram stories. If you have any questions, send them through there and we'll answer them for you.
We'll see you there.
See you next week.
Come on, you Spurs.